Do you want to dramatically improve your life in 2024? I have spent years finding new ways to do the same old things. I've got some small changes that you can make, 50 of them to be exact. These are small changes that you can do to the things that you're already doing, and these will dramatically improve your life. Obviously, you don't have to do them all. There are a lot of ideas here, though. I think these will give you some good inspiration and some new habits for the new year. And these ideas are everything from like your home life, your family life, your health, your finances, your well-being, you name it. I've got lots of ideas, so let's get started. The first is to use olive oil every day. We started doing this probably about 15 years ago, and it has truly changed our lives. We do not use any of those seed oils. Those are really inflammatory. They're really unhealthy for you, like vegetable oil, canola oil. Trust me on this one. Use olive oil. You can cook with it. You can saute with it. I use it in baking. I make cakes with it. I make brownies. Even like the brownie mix I use with olive oil. So easy. You cannot taste it, and it is so much healthier for you. Next is to get a bread machine. I know that there are these appliances that you could buy, and then you 10 years later, you're like, God, I didn't even use that. Why did I bother? I'm telling you, I bought my bread machine probably close to 25 years ago, and I use it every single week. Fresh baked bread will change your life. And listen, if you don't want to get a bread machine, you don't have to get a bread machine. There are plenty of recipes out there to make your own bread at home. It is truly life-changing once you taste that hot bread coming out of the oven. Use an ice roller in the morning. This just wakes you up. It keeps you young. I love it. I truly look forward to getting out of bed every morning, and I really do recommend having something that you do in the morning that you just kind of want to jump out of bed and do, and ice rolling and coffee is for me. Have a green drink every day. I think it's challenging to get your veggies and make sure that we're being healthy every single day. So I just think this green drink, I can link the one that I use and I love it. Having this every day is like a step towards making you feel a little bit better and a little bit healthier. So I just do this as a quick and easy thing. Put marula oil on your skin every night. Just do it as your last step in your skincare. Once you've got all that skincare, like your nice products on your face, you want to seal it in so that it works really well. So I just take 3 or 4 drops of marula oil, pat it onto my face, let it soak in. It's really changed my skin. Take a 10 or 15 minute walk every day without your phone. I read an article recently that Gen Z was so shocked by how great it was to go on a walk without their phone. But it's funny, for me, I never really used to go on walks with a phone. It was actually more shocking for me to go on a walk with a phone. Go for that walk. Don't bring your phone. Just use it as a time to recharge and get a little bit of exercise. Set a timer and just go every day. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It is free, and I make videos twice a week to simplify your life. Open your windows or your blinds as soon as you wake up. You want to get that light into your eyes. That will really help with your circadian rhythm. Stretch your legs every day. We are all sitting far too much, so just make an effort. Whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is, stretch every day. And the other thing is, do some arm stretches on the wall. You will be surprised how we're all hunched over and our arms are tense. So just take a couple minutes and do the legs and the arm stretches. Stretch your neck every few days. I will link a card here on a video in how I do that. It has really helped my neck pain. It has really helped my posture. I highly recommend it. While you are waiting for something, do some squats or some leg raises or some calf raises. Anytime I'm waiting for the microwave to heat up my food, I do this. Or if I'm brushing my teeth and I have an electric toothbrush that goes for 2 minutes, I'll do some squats while I'm doing it. Just a little bit of activity you can sneak into your day. Your cell phone is constantly trying to connect with the satellite every couple of minutes and get that signal. So it's always putting out a burst of energy, a burst of radio frequency. So my tip here is, do not go to bed with your cell phone charging next to your head, because when it's charging, the waves go up even higher. So never charge your cell phone by your bed. Just put it in another room. And this is especially important for kids whose brains are new and developing. Speaking of kids, if you have them, put a limit on their electronics use. We have done this recently. Before the pandemic, they used to have an hour of electronics use every day on a school day. Once the pandemic happened, everything went to hell and they were just on their iPads and on their phones all day long. Now we are back to that hour. It has been pretty challenging to implement it, but the payoffs are so worth it. And once they get used to it, they're totally fine with it. Honestly, they now have more time for schoolwork and they're getting along better. My kids, my two boys especially, sometimes fight like cats and dogs, and I swear it is because of the stimulation in their brain. Maybe they're playing fighting games. All of these things kind of contribute, and then they're just like very combative with one another. If you've got older kids, I find that they like to spend a lot of time in their room. And I know a lot of parents will just be like, oh, they're up in their room, and just kind of let them be in their room. I make it a habit if my kids are in their room, especially my daughter who is 15, I go and I will spend 15 minutes in her room with her. I will knock on the door. I will come in and sit on the bed with her, and I will just have a conversation. So whatever age your kid is, if they're spending a lot of time in their room, go in there, see what they're doing, and talk to them. Another one for kids is to teach them to be very aware of their surroundings and very observant. So like some of the ways I do this, like if I'm in a restaurant, I will ask them where the exits are. Or if somebody walks by, I will ask them to describe them. It's really important that we have these observation skills as we get older, and you want to teach kids just be aware of their surroundings, not scared, just observant and aware. And this goes for yourself as well. You always want to be observant. Moving on to some house things. I've shared some of these tips before, but some good reminders. Make your own cleaning products. You do not need fancy chemicals, harsh cleaners. I like to make my own. I will simply use soap, water, and vinegar in a spray bottle. Very effective and useful cleaner. Vacuum high traffic areas daily. I live by this rule. I especially like to vacuum our living room, kitchen, and the entryway where people are coming in. Another tip I've shared many times, I feel very strongly about it because it saves me so much time, is to clean the shower or the tub while you're using it. You're already wet. You're already in there. Just go ahead and get it done. Clean one thing every day. It doesn't matter what. Just look around and whatever looks dirty to you. For me, mostly it's like a surface, a flat surface. Those get really dirty, like the top of the stove, the toilet. Find something and clean one thing every day. Get yourself a bird bath. A lot of people put bird feeders out for the birds, but actually many birds die every day from not enough water, and they die from dehydration, even in the winter, especially if things are frozen. I will put out a little dish that I used to have a pot in, and I will just fill it every day with fresh water. I swear the birds are like waiting for me to do this because the minute I do it, they like descend onto this water, and it's very cute. But especially in the winter, they need that water. And while you're at it, get a bird feeder, especially in the winter. You don't need to get one in the summer. There's plenty of food around in the summertime, but definitely in the winter, it can be helpful. Make an effort if you cook to keep your kitchen knives sharp. I will link the sharpeners that we have, but this makes such a huge difference when you're cooking. Send a voice note instead of a text. We all like to respond to texts just with like some text, a quick little note, but do a voice. It's a lot more personal. People love it. Learn how to floss properly. Like, this is a thing. I did not know how to floss properly until I was an adult, and a dentist actually showed me. I thought I was flossing properly, but just take a moment, watch a YouTube video, and figure that out. Buy secondhand as much as possible. I love going to the thrift store and just finding secondhand things, especially for things like furniture, decor, all of these things you can find, and they're very lightly used. People get sick of things and they bring it to the thrift store, and I just love doing that. If you get plastic bags, reuse them. I get the bread bags from the store when we buy bread, and then I actually reuse them. I will store like cookies in them. If I make my own bread, I put my own bread in those bread bags. I just find uses for them, but it's a lot better to reuse them as much as possible rather than just tossing them. Say hi to your neighbors. We do this on our street, and it just makes things a lot better when you feel like you've got a community and you have people around who know your name. Learn the names of the trees and the flowers in your neighborhood. I'm telling you, life is so much more exciting when you know these things and you can see them and spot them as you're walking. Remove social media from your phone and only use it on your computer. It is so tempting every time you pick up your phone to look on social. Just take it off your phone, and if you want to use it, just only use it on a desktop. Go to bed earlier. We all need 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Sing often. Did you know that singing actually keeps your vocal cords sounding younger? And I noticed this because I hear like older singers and they sound amazing. Their voices sound great. They do not sound their age at all when they're speaking. And sing in the shower and keep your voice young. Put a bowl at the front of your house for your keys and your sunglasses, especially if you are someone who loses them. Just make it easy on yourself so that you can just drop them right in there and you'll always know where they are. Keep your brain sharp and do things like crosswords or Sudoku each day. Super helpful for your brain health. If you want to reduce your blood pressure and increase cognition, listen to classical music every day. In addition, listen to audiobooks. I love doing these, especially when I'm walking somewhere or I'm traveling somewhere, commuting. I just love listening to an audiobook. I use Audible if you're looking for an app. Go out with your friends weekly if you can. I'm so bad about this. If you can't do it weekly, do it monthly. Just reach out to them and invite them. Don't wait for them to take the initiative. You do it. And then here are a few on improving your finances. The first one is to check your accounts weekly. Look into your banks. Look into your money, make sure that things are on track. So many people don't do this, and you just need to make an effort to do it and make sure that everything is on track and looking good. If you have credit card debt, pay that off before anything else. Credit card debt is the worst kind of debt to be into. It has the highest interest. So if you have any debt in credit cards, focus on that. I've been doing this for years. I have a savings account and I use it to separate my paycheck so that I can always live below my means. So when my paycheck comes in, I have a big chunk of it that goes into my savings account and I do not touch it. It's just like a psychological thing because then when I go into my bank account and I see what's in there, I'm like, okay, well, that's what I have. And it just helps me keep things in check. Another thing that I did for years when I was paying off my credit card debt, and if you do have financial goals, write them on a sticky note and put them on your actual physical card in your wallet and leave it there. And then every time you look at your card, you will be reminded of that goal. Learn how to budget. There are YouTube videos out there or articles, but always, always make sure you're staying on a budget. Cook at home. I cannot tell you how healthy and delicious roasted vegetables are, and it's like the easiest thing you'll ever make. And when you go shopping, use a shopping list and stick to it. This is where I always get myself in trouble is if I don't have a list or I divert off the list, hundreds of dollars later, I'm gonna be really sad. Wait 72 hours before all purchases. I agonize over every purchase because you know I'm trying to declutter. If you've been watching me, you know I'm trying to declutter my home. And so I just like to wait 72 hours and make sure, do I truly want this item? Do I really need it? Get rid of clothing that is uncomfortable or doesn't fit. I like to end my meals with a small piece of dessert. After breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I will just have a tiny piece of dessert. I don't know what it is. It like bookends each meal for me, and I don't feel like I want to snack as much. Hold your phone at eye level like this. Any reading material you have, just hold it at eye level. You do not want to be hunched over your phone. If you know of that like fat pad that develops on the back of your neck, that happens from constantly looking down and your spine is compensating and sending a message to put fat there because it's under stress. So make sure, just hold your items up. Okay, we're getting there. The next one is to spend 15 minutes every night to get ready for the morning before, whether that is laying out your clothing that you want to wear, getting your bag ready, getting your shoes ready, making your lunch, whatever it is, just 15 minutes will save you like 30 minutes in the morning. If you're too tired to clean up your kitchen or do your dishes before bed and get your house in order, just leave it. Nothing bad is going to happen. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Just leave it. Have a designated place to charge your phone and leave your chargers there. I can't tell you for how many years I was running around the house screaming, where's my charger? Where's my charger? And the kids had it. Somebody else had it. Just have a spot where your phones will always be charged. You can create a charging station. Make sure you've got that spot. It will save you lots of time from running around the home looking for what you need. So those are the 50 things that I do to help simplify my life and help improve my life. I'm going to go ahead and link a video, click on it, and I will see you over there if you're looking for more simplification ideas. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.